Supposedly I'm live, waiting for YouTube to catch up with me. We're just having some stream key problems. They changed a few things in YouTube, which I totally forgot that they did. So my stream key changed, which is how I connect streaming to my desktop so you guys can see what I'm looking at here. So with that being said, hopefully we should be live. I'm excited for dollar deals as always. It is very exciting. If you hear some weird noises in the background, it's just my pets. They're hanging out in here. And I'm never going to kick my babies out of my room. Super excited to have you all here today. Pop in, say hi, let me know where you're from. How's the weather where you were at? It's actually not too bad here today. It's sunny. It's like in the 40s, so it's not so bad. We were just outside. And it doesn't feel like I'm freezing to death, which is so beautiful. Cannot complain. But we are going to be going live here, talking about these dollar deals. Let me know if you've ever shopped the dollar deals before as well, or if you have any questions. I'm always happy to help you guys out, answer any questions you have. They do not have to be dollar deals related. I am always happy to answer any questions that you have related to crafting or life or whatever it may be. So I'm super excited to have all of you here today on this beautiful February afternoon. Can't believe that we are almost over with February and March will be here long before like we know it. And what's the saying? Is it March that's in like a lion, out like a lamb, or is that April? I think it's March, right? So we'll see how that goes and how the weather is going to go. Ooh, Lake Havasu's beautiful there. Sasha says it's cold here in Canada. We've got, from Northern Ireland. I've always wanted to visit Ireland. Ireland seems like such a beautiful place with so many cool things to see. So fun. Hi, everybody. I'm so happy you're all here. San Francisco 56. Wow. That's pretty, that feels like, I know that obviously like Northern California is colder than Southern California. And I had to explain to my husband the other day, not that he didn't know that California was a very long state, but we were talking about, we want to eventually visit Disneyland. And he said, I would love to go see the Redwoods while we're there. And I'm like, babe, the Redwoods are like so far away from Disneyland. It's not even funny. Like those are two very different places. But that's on our list, is to go see like San Francisco and the Redwood Forests and all sorts of things. So we're definitely there. We're out in the ocean near Grand Turk, experiencing strong winds and high seas. That sounds like a miserable time. Oh, we've got somebody else from Ireland. How cool. That's so fun, guys. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be like not a high seas gal. I don't like boats. They freak me out. So since there is a lot to go through, I do tend to start like a little bit before the sale starts. We got about 6 minutes or so before it starts. And if you have any questions about the dollar deals or anything like that, please let me know. Good morning from New York City. I saw you guys got quite a bit of snow. We thankfully did not, maybe a couple inches, but most of it's like already melting again. So it's not so bad. So I'm going to go ahead and start. Like I said, shout out any questions you have. I have your comments pulled up, so I'm able to see anything that you guys want to know. Happy to stop and answer a question. Maybe you have a thought about a product that we're showing or whatever it may be. Do not hesitate to ask. So this here is the Garden SVG bundle. You're getting 40 designs. And when it says SVG, these are typically files that you're going to cut with things like your vinyl and your HTV and things like that. But what's fun about this is that you can use them in lots of other ways. SVGs are super versatile. So you can absolutely print these onto cards or make stickers out of them, or you could turn them into UV-DTF or DTF transfers. So there's a lot of cool stuff that you can do. Hi from South Carolina. Hello. So let's go ahead and look at these a little bigger. These are actually so cute. I kind of always preview them like the Wednesday before, because they let the previews out on the Wednesday before, so 7 days before the sale. So I always kind of click through them pretty quick, and I thought these were pretty cute. Now, my mother-in-law loves to garden. She's got a lot of plants inside, and we have a garden outside, and I thought it'd be really cute this year to make like a really pretty wood round for our garden gate. So I may use one of these, and I really, really like, there was one in here that I thought would just be so cute for our garden, and I will find it. I don't think it's on this page. I think it's on the next one. Yes, I thought this Trespassers Will Be Composted would be really funny. Maybe, I don't know. I thought that one would be cute, but there are a lot of really cute designs in this, and I have stuff from this Black Cat's SVG designer, and their SVGs are really good quality. They're easy to use. Like, they're not like messy or anything like that, which I think is great, because sometimes when you buy like an SVG, especially like I find on Etsy, they're not good quality sometimes, and you have to piece them together and try to make it work, and it can get really frustrating. But you're getting 40 designs for just $1, which is such a good deal. And the other thing that I like is check out these cute little like frames and things that you're getting. So you can use those in lots of ways. You can combine those with the designs that she provides you, or you can use them separately, make your own designs with them. There's a lot of options, but I think these ones are so cute. So I am going to get these. I also really like the Garden is Calling and I Must Go. I think that one's really cute too. So those are super cute designs. I'll come back and add those to my cart once the design bundles start. We've got like 3 minutes, so we're not doing too bad here. Now this one here I thought was so cute. This is a super paper cut Easter bundle. You're getting eggs, a lantern, layered cards, gift tags, bunny rabbits, and gift boxes. So you get a lot of different pieces. You could really make like a whole Easter event with all of these. So you can decorate your house with them. You can make somebody a card. There's little gift tags. I just thought these were so fun. And I really thought like some of these were unique designs that like you don't see constantly overdone. Like, I really like the way that this opens up, and I just think the paper cut design is really pretty. And you don't just have to make cards with these or lanterns. You can pull the designs apart and create things that maybe you want to do yourself. Like, some of these would be really cute to make as little artwork pieces, all sorts of fun stuff like that. So I just think like you get a lot in this, and there's a lot of versatility here. Like, these cards are so stinking cute, and I just think they're darling. And again, like these bunnies, how fun are those? But what's fun is, yeah, they're super springy, but you could absolutely turn those into even a Christmas ornament. If you know somebody who has a rabbit, it's really hard to find rabbit Christmas ornaments, but look at how pretty that would be. Cut with some layered cardstock, maybe cut it in more of a Christmassy color, add the rabbit's name to it. So don't just think you're stuck doing Easter with these. Like, these butterfly gift tags would be perfect for any time of year. Same with rabbits. Yeah, rabbits are springy, but you could really use them if you had a friend who liked rabbits, or maybe you're in 4-H or something like that. So when I look at these, I try to look at them beyond just like the holiday that they claim they're made for, because you can use these in a lot of different ways. Like, these are really pretty. I think that these layered paper crafts could be really fun. And again, if you've got a 4-H kid who does rabbits, decorate the rabbit's cage with like one of these paper cuts. Your kid would stand out. These Easter eggs are so fun. I'm so hating on doing paper projects a lot of the time, because I struggle, and that's just a personal thing. I've always struggled with paper projects, even when I was younger. But I loved these eggs, and I thought they were so fun. And again, like, this one has roses on it. I just think those are fun and different. So for this one, you're getting a lot for that $1. I don't personally need them, but I do think they're really fun. Now, we always love a good font bundle here, because I'm a font hoarder. I'm sure many of you are as well. Please let me know that I'm not alone in my font hoarding tendencies, because I do have a lot of fonts. And I actually got a new computer and didn't even put all the old fonts back on it, and I still have a ton. So with this one, you are getting a ton of fonts. So they say the value's $4,201. They sell it for $5, but now we only have to pay $1. But you're getting 649 fonts, which is insane. Hello from the UK. Hello. So this one just, absolutely filled to the gills, and a really good deal. Here's the other thing, in case I haven't mentioned it yet. When you buy with design bundles, all your products contain a commercial use license. So what does that mean for you? That means that you can take one of these fonts and turn it into a design, and you can sell that design. You can sell that on a shirt or on a tote bag or on a sticker, whatever it may be, and you're protected and allowed to do that. Now, I'm not going to go through every single one of these fonts. We'll just kind of click through the little page here so that you can get like a general look. But it looks like you're getting a lot of different styles, which is really nice. I find that I like to have many different types of fonts, because different projects are going to call for them. If you're making something with a kid's name, you're going to want something easier to read. If you're making something more elegant for like a wedding or a wedding gift, or you're doing something for your grandma, you're going to want different fonts for all of those types of things. So getting something that has a lot of variety in it really is worth it. And especially for $1. Listen, I can't math that 649 fonts out of $1, but it is like a fraction of a penny a font. And even if you only use 1 or 2 fonts out of the whole thing, it's still a really good deal because fonts can be pretty expensive. Like I can see a few on here that I like a lot. Like I like this one right here, and I also like this one in the pink. I saw a couple of like the serif fonts that were really nice in here too. So you're getting such a good deal. This is one that I would say jump on, especially if you're just starting out, because you're going to get a lot of great fonts for $1. And like, I really like this one. I think it's Metters, but I really can't tell, but I think that one's pretty cool. There's just some unique ones in here that I've not seen before. I will probably get this, even though I don't necessarily need new fonts. But like I said, I'm seeing unique ones that are ones that I've not ever seen. So I think that it's worth the $1 for them because there's so dang many. That is such a good deal. So now while I'm thinking of it, let's add the 2 deals that I want already to my cart. Hi, how are you? I hope you are all well. Oh my gosh, these are really funny. This is like an Easter clip art. So it says it comes with 133 PNG files with a transparent background. These are so stinking cute. They're very like springy, but still kind of goofy. These would be fun to make lots of stickers or cards, lots of things with DTF and UV-DTF, because keeping in mind, these are PNG designs, meaning that these are not made to be cut with vinyl. You won't layer this, but you can use this in any kind of a printed capacity. These are so stinking cute. Give me 1 second. Sorry, had to call my dog back in here. Oh yeah, if you didn't know, we got a dog. I'll be posting her eventually, but I have some other things that have to be posted first. But yes, we fostered a dog. So I had to make her come back in here and lay down because she was bothering the cats. But yeah, these are so cute. The bunnies crack me up. I really love this one holding his carrot. He's almost like, who's going to steal my carrot? But I thought these would be so fun, especially like if you've got kids or grandkids or whatever. They would make such cute little shirts, or if you wanted to put some stickers in their Easter basket or send them a little Easter card. I think they would think these are just so darling and funny. Like the little lambs holding the wool balls, hysterical. Those are so stinking cute. I just think these are really funny. And again, you're getting 133 for $1. So even if you just use a couple of them or one of them, it's such a good deal. But yeah, I think that one's pretty fun. I don't have a use for them, but I could definitely see a lot of uses for them because they are really fun. Oh, I'm so sorry. Losing a dog's really hard. We lost ours in July of 2025, so we waited quite a while. But our hearts felt like we were ready, and so we went to the local shelter, and I'm friends with some people that work there, so they kind of helped us look at the different dogs, and this one was really underweight and needed fostered. So we said, let's foster her. Let's see how she does with our cats and with our house, and she's lovely. She really is. Now, these are a SVG PDF laser cut poppy design. So something like this is meant to be cut with a laser machine. However, I can see the way that these are layered, and you could cut these with vinyl or cardstock or HTV because they have layers to create this poppy look. So you could absolutely use these with your Cricut if you wanted to create really whatever you wanted to. You can kind of piece them together. Sorry. But they come with a couple of different styles of the poppies. And then they have like the little poppy that isn't quite open. And then you have like the leaves of the poppy. So those are really cute. You're getting a couple of different styles. And again, for $1, that's a good deal. I could see a couple different ways to use those. Those would make really cute bookmarks, actually, if you cut those with some cardstock and glued them together. Such cute bookmarks. Those would be really, really fun. Now this here is the Zodiac Constellation Bundle. You're getting 12 different files, and what these are, they're made to go in like a shadow box, and they're layered. I'm going to start with this back photo, this very last photo first, because if you've never seen a shadow box, it can be a little confusing to try to explain what it is. But basically what it is it's layers of cardstock with like a spacer in between, and then you put a colored or like lighted LED strip on the back and the light will shine through. I have videos on how to make your own custom ones of these, but these are super cool. So you can see that they're layered and there's a little bit of a space between each of your layers, and that helps create some shadows and some kind of design so that you can really get like that depth in there. And then it has all of these different zodiac signs. You can see it's got the wording, it's got the constellation, and then it has like the different signs. So that's a really fun one. This could be like a really cool gift to make for somebody if they're into astrology, if they're into their zodiac and things like that. That could be a really neat gift to make, because what a cool, unique thing that really like says, I thought of you and I know who you are as a person. That's not something I need personally, but I do think they're really fun. Now, this one here is called the Huge Handwritten Bundle Font. You're getting over 100 fonts in this one. So again, with font bundles, you're going to get a bunch of different styles, a bunch of different fonts. These ones are what they call handwritten. So these are a little bit more whimsical. They're a little less stodgy, if you will. And I am going to get this one because there's a couple that I see already that I like. But I can see here that they do have some font duos. So I can see Friendship Bracelet is a font duo. It looks like you've got Magic Cauldron that has some extra glyphs. Some Witch probably has some extra glyphs. So you're getting a lot of different designs and styles with the fonts here. So it's a good deal for 100 fonts. Like this Buttermilk Biscuits is, again, one that you would call a font duo, where it has a plain old regular font and then it has a script font. And you can combine those and they're made to look nice together. Same with Farm Fresh, another font duo. So you're really getting 2 fonts in one. Handmade Holidays is the same way, 2 fonts in one. Hey Pumpkin is really cute. So these are very, very cute designs, very cute fonts. Now, granted, yes, some of them are like called something fallish, but you can use those any time of year. You have Lemonade and Sweet Tea, again, one that is a font duo. This Island Getaway is really pretty. So there's a ton of beautiful fonts here for just $1. I'm going to go ahead and grab them. This Snow Wonder is really cute as well. So this is actually a font trio, it says. So you're getting 3 different fonts. I don't know. That's pretty cool. So yeah, a lot of fonts in that one. Like I said, do I need it? No, but am I going to get it? Yeah, I am. Just when I said, there's not much here I need this time, they got me. Now this is really cute. So they call this a kitchen cutting board bundle. It comes with 138 designs. Keeping in mind that you do not have to use these for kitchen cutting boards. These could be beautiful cards, designs on shirts, whatever you want to make them to be, but they design them to be cutting boards. But the nice thing is it's literally just an image. You could put this on a tumbler if you wanted to, or you could make a t-shirt, a tote bag, whatever your heart desires, you can make with these because they're just PNG images. And you can see here that they've got some faith-based ones, some Easter ones with like eggs. You've got ones that are like kind of spring related. These would be beautiful gifts for somebody, but there is just a lot you can do with them. They're not all religious. There are some that just say like happy spring, hello spring, happy Easter. So depending on, the look you're going for, these would be great for lots of different reasons and seasons. Again, you could use those in a lot of ways. Maybe you're going to go to church on Easter and you want to thank your religious leader. I'm not sure who you go to, but maybe you want to give them a nice little card. You could easily make a beautiful personalized card with these. And I think that would mean so much to them as a little thank you, just like a quick little thing you could do. You could even turn these into stickers for the kids, whatever you want to do with them. A lot of options, 138 designs, and they're really beautiful colors. I think those are lovely. Now this one here is called the Lemon Kitchen Towel Bundle. You're getting 24 PNGs. Again, it does not have to be on a kitchen towel. I could see these used on cutting boards or on a sign to create like a little piece of artwork. There's a lot of ways to use them because they're just PNGs. So you don't have to be tied right into a kitchen towel. Like some of these would be cute on a garden flag even. Like when life gives you lemons, make lemonade. That would be a cute garden flag with these little cute gnomes. You have lemon love, served daily. So they're, look at the little faces. They're so cute. These are really cute. Love the bright colors. Love the designs. We had a lemon kitchen when we lived in our old house. But our new kitchen really doesn't have much of a theme. It's just sort of a kitchen. Kind of has like a teal theme, I guess. But these are really cute. Like these would have been perfect in our old kitchen. And I think that's such a good deal. And they're really great colors. Now we do have another one that's, again, kitchen spices. How fun would these be as like stickers to put on your spice jars? Just because like they're a little different, I think it would stand out more than just like the plain old like designs. And they would be so fun as little stickers. You could, again, make stickers, but you could also do UVDTF if you wanted something a little more hardy and substantial. You could do these on kitchen towels like you can see, but you can do them in all sorts of ways. Maybe you want little pieces of artwork around your kitchen. You could do that with these. I love the garlic one, but I think these are cute. It's got like kind of the plant and then what the seasoning looks like. I think they're fun. I like the plant. I think that's a neat idea. Now, random fact about me, but I love basil. I love the smell of basil. I love the taste of basil. I love to grow basil. My guinea pig loves basil. So every summer we have multiple basil plants and I could just stick my face in them and smell them all summer long. This one I love. Like, that's so cute. I'm a basil fan. I actually kind of want to get these because I do want to do a few things with them and I just think they're so cute. So I think I'm going to add those to my cart. Again, this from the girl who said, I don't think I need anything. I don't need anything this month. Now, these were so stinking cute when I saw this. You're getting 44 PNGs, and these are cutesy little Easter-themed critters. They're in a couple different styles. You've got some that look like they are knitted or crocheted. You have some that are just kind of looking like little fuzzy. This one sort of confuses me because I don't think it looks fully like a rabbit. It looks more like a llama, but that's okay. Still cute, but you got like this fuzzy little chick. You have this bunny rabbit who is like knitted, and it says little egg hunter. You could absolutely like cut off the wording if you didn't like it and you just wanted the animal. You could easily crop a lot of these out to create your own design. Some of them do like go over the design a little bit, but you could definitely work with it. But they're so cute. Like, I just think they're fun. Again, cute colors, cute little things that you could make with those. Great deal for 44 PNGs. Those are really nice. Now, right here, I thought these were fun. These are Gothic magnetic bookmarks. Now, I've taught you how to make your own magnetic bookmarks, but this really just, you plug and play. You put them in your design space, you cut them out, and you're good to go, which is really nice. So you're getting 260 designs. Now, I thought these would be really fun for like a book club, or if you maybe are a seller and you want to go to like some local craft shows and stuff, these would sell really well. I see people buying magnetic bookmarks all the time. And you're getting so many different designs that I think you can hit a lot of different genres. I know they call them Gothic, but I do think a lot of them are leaning into like a fantasy, into some of that like romanticies. So I do think that these would do really, really well for all sorts of different things and not just like quote unquote Gothic. But they are a little hard to see because the images are small, but they are very cute. Like, you've got some that are like skeleton heads. You've got some books with flowers in them. There's some castles I saw, hearts, skeleton hands. There's just a lot of different designs. They do kind of all have a similar aesthetic, but I do think that they could be used in a lot of different ways. Like, look at how pretty this castle one is. Like, that's so beautiful. So I do think those are great. Again, 260 designs is such a good deal. Now, this here is the Christian Floral Square Coaster designs. These are designed to be 4x4, but they're high resolution, so you're going to be able to, again, make them into anything that you want them to be. Again, would be perfect for cards, but you could use them to make lots of different things, artwork and things like that, stickers, whatever it may be. But these are all going to have some sort of like a religious quote on them, a Bible verse, something like that. And then they're matched with these really beautiful florals and colors and designs. The fonts are very nice. These could be really nice too if you have somebody who's maybe going through a hard time or in the hospital or something like that. Make them a little beautiful card, maybe a little sticker. Maybe you could make these into a magnet, something like that, so that they could keep that reminder with them, you know, have it on their refrigerator, things like that. So there are a lot of things that you can do with something like this. You could even put something like this on a mug if you wanted to, a tumbler, whatever the case may be. You have a lot of options with these, 36 of them, so you're getting a lot of different options, and I just think they're really beautiful. I love the colors. Now, this one here I thought was really fun. This is the Floral Wreath SVG. They call it a boho flower, butterfly flower SVG. You're getting 52, so a little bit under a penny a piece. And I just thought these were so fun. So these come in a bunch of different file types, which is great. You're going to get the EPS, the SVG, and the PNG. So you do have a lot of options. I think these look A, fun to weed, and B, just super fun to work with. One thing that I love are these little extra wreaths, because you can add your own sayings or designs into the center of them and to create your own look for what you want to do. But there's also these beautiful butterflies that you can use and create. And I just think they're so pretty. They're very feminine. And I just think they would be so fun to work with. What's cool too is you could use contour to make these very colorful if you wanted to. And you could really cut them in anything that you want and use them in any way that you want. And I just think they look like they're really good quality. I really like this one with this flower. I just like the style of these flowers. There's like a lily in there. And I just thought those were really pretty. But yeah, there's a lot you can do with them. You can do them on wood rounds and things like that, or use them. These would be pretty for like wedding invitations, bridal shower invitations, even like a baby shower invitation could be really pretty with these. You could use them in a lot of different ways. So don't just think, oh, it's just an SVG. What am I going to do with it? There's a lot of ways to use these. And then they have like this one with the little, I don't know, color blob behind it. I think those are really pretty. But they're, again, just different flower types and a lot of things and ways you can use them. They're showing them on t-shirts, but they could be beautiful on lots of different items. I think those are really fun. Again, you're getting 52 of them, which is great, and there's so much variety in those. Now, these are really cute, and I thought, again, a lot of ways to use them. They're not just, they're coloring pages, and you are getting 109, but you could make a really fun coloring book to add to an Easter basket. Maybe you can make some of these and donate them to your local school or your local church. They're really just to be printed off and to be then colored on. But the cool thing is with something like these, you have a lot of variety to choose from. So maybe you want to do coloring contests. It looks like there's a couple different like varieties of coloring levels in here that you could offer for the kids to do a coloring contest. You've got like a really simple egg here, or maybe you want to do the older kids and you want to give them this bunny in a basket. There's a lot that you can do, but I really think these are fun. It's a great way that you could give back to the community too, or maybe you've got grandkids or kids of your own. They're cool. You're getting 109 and it's only $1, which honestly is cheaper than even going to the Dollar Tree most of the time. And I just thought the designs were pretty cute. Now this one I saw and I thought these were really neat. So these are tumbler designs and you're getting 45 of them. And these are made for a full tumbler wrap for skinny 20-ounce tumblers. Resizing tumbler wraps for different tumbler sizes isn't always amazing, but if you have the skinny 20 ounces, these will be perfect. But these are kind of like, they called them the fantasy tumbler designs. They have some really nifty colors in here. They've got some really cool designs. Like I thought this one was fun with like the bright pink flowers on it. And then this one is kind of like this one gives me yoga vibes. So I thought maybe if you had like a yoga teacher or something, you could make them a really fun tumbler. Maybe you're into yoga. But I just thought these were pretty. I thought the colors and the designs were really nice. Now, keeping in mind things like this, where there's not really a seam to it, again, you could use them in a lot of different ways if you don't want to make it into a tumbler wrap. But I just thought those were fun. And you do get 45 for $1, so that's a pretty good amount. Now, in this one, this again is what they called the kitchen towel mega bundle, but use it how you want. You're getting 269 PNG images, and it looks like we have some religious, some Easter, a little kind of variety of all sorts of different things. This Hello Spring one down here I think is pretty. Again, these would be pretty garden flags or cards, lots of ways to use them. Again, they don't just have to go on to your kitchen towels. There's also some that have some blank space where you could put like the Blackstone family or Jimmy and Jane, whatever you want to add to them, but you can definitely add some fun designs to these. But I think they're really cool. Lots of pretty ones, lots of, like I said, there's some religious, there's some Easter, there's some spring, kind of those more muted colors, but still very, very pretty. So yeah, a lot of ways, again, to use those. PNGs are super versatile, so that's just something I always want you guys to think about, is how versatile a PNG can be. Now, these are the cute Easter ornament bundle. You're getting 22 of these. Now, these are technically made for your laser. However, your cutting machine can do this because they have two separate lines. They have a black line and a red line, meaning they have two separate layers, which would be, for us, the red line would still be our cut line, but you can change that black line to draw. So you would be able to draw these to make them into little designs, or completely get rid of what is called the red line, and you could cut the black line with your vinyl, and you could put this on anything that you wanted to, which is really nice, or your HTV, because all it would do is just cut your design out versus like cutting the whole outside out. You would just have like the bunny design, so you could use that in a lot of different ways. They've got some Easter eggs. There are some little kitty cats and a puppy dog. You've got dinosaurs. So it looks like you've got like a little variety. There's some farm animals. So yeah, you got quite a variety in that. Like you said, you're getting 22. And again, yes, those will work with your Cricut. Now this here is the Spring Easter Round Sign Bundle Mother's Day Door Hanger. I love when they put like all those like punch words in there. It cracks me up. Now these are 70 PNG files, but it clearly says right here, these are not transparent designs. So that means that these designs, when you go to print them out or cut them out, would show you these backgrounds that they show here on the screen. So like this one is a whole vibe, but you're getting that whole vibe. You're not going to have any transparent areas. So these are made to be circular, which means, again, you can use them on anything that you want to. They don't just have to be, you know, circular design. I know those bunnies are cute, but they don't have to just be like a wood round. They can be great stickers. They can go on anything that you want them to. You can make them with DTF prints or UV DTF or printable HTV, printable vinyl, literally anything that you want that you can print on cardstock, all the things. So there's a lot of ways that you can make these. They show them as obviously door hangers, but there's a lot of ways to use this. This one's cute because you can add like welcome or somebody's name to it. This one's really bright and fun. I think this one would be like a really pretty card. Like if I was going to send somebody a little like thinking of you card, one of these would be really pretty because you could literally just print it out on the front of a card and it's going to just look like a card design that just has like a round design on the front. So just keep in mind, there's a lot of open ways to use things like this, and it's, you know, it's not just a wood round. Now with this one, I thought these were so stinking cute. So they call this the Latch Hook Patrick Day Quote Knitted St. Patrick's Day Bundle. Now with this one, you're getting 19 designs and they're going to look like yarn. They're going to look fuzzy because they're called latch hook. Some of them also look like they have some knitting to them. Again, these are made to look like that kind of like texture, but I just thought some of these designs were super cute. Now, again, this is not something you're going to be layering with your vinyl. This is something that you're going to use more so for a printable product, whether it's going to be sending it off to a printer to make you use some DTF prints, whether you're going to print it with like a printable HTV or cardstock or stickers, whatever the case may be, that's what these are going to be more so used for because they are full color. They have lots of color variety. They have lots of shading. So you have to think about that when you're looking at it. PNGs are only really for printing products, but these are so cute. Like I love this little Lucky But Tired guy. I think he's darling. That's a really cute set if you're looking for something for St. Patrick's Day and just to be like a little different. I think those are fun. Now this one here is 44 Bible verse and Christian SVGs. So you're getting 440 different designs that you can use. Now, again, if you are somebody who is involved in your church with like Vacation Bible School or Sunday School, something like this would probably be such a great deal for you because you're going to get so many designs. Like this one, seek and you will find Matthew 7:7. Like that could be so good for lots of different things, not just on a sweatshirt, but there are lots of different designs in this. So I do think you're getting such a good deal. You have all sorts of different sayings. They're using lots of different fonts and different Bible verses. So you're getting a really, really big variety of items. This is one of those ones that has like the design on the front of your shirt and then part on your sleeve, which is fun. So there are so many designs. And like I said, these are SVGs, so you're going to be able to put them onto lots of stuff with your vinyl and your HTV and all of that. Also, before I forget to tell you, 143 Vinyl is currently offering 50% off of HTV and vinyl for a limited time. I don't know the exact end date for it, but it is everything except, and I say except, black and white. I just linked it for you. The code is 5050. So if you want to grab some of that stuff, be sure to grab it because such a good deal. Now, I'm not going to go through all these because they do have a lot, but that's a ton of designs for $1. Now, I saw these and I love the colors on them. Now, they call them pillows, but again, it's just a square design that you can use for anything. I'm going to go to the next picture just because I think you can see them just a little bit better here. But these are super bright colors. I think the colors are so fun. Again, would be so fun to use in lots and lots of different ways. Again, these would make such pretty cards. I can just see like printing out these cards and sending them and somebody opening these bright, fun colors. And I just think they're so stinking cute. I absolutely think those are so fun. Now, Mother's Day is coming up. So if you're thinking, let's, plan ahead here, I thought these were really fun. And again, these are like made to look like that latch hook, but I just thought they were super cute and it could really cover a lot of different like mom aesthetics. So maybe you've got a mom who really is into outdoorsy stuff. Like she really gardens. This could be cute with the butterflies and the sun and the clouds. Maybe mom has a lot of kids in sports. There's a sports one. You've got like a water one. You've got an aquarium style. So there's a lot of different like really, really cute styles here. Now I will say their mock-ups really leave something to be desired. They really don't look really good, but they're giving you kind of an idea. Now again, this is a UV DTF, printable HTV type of situation where you're going to need to use a printable product for this. But I just thought these were so fun and they're so cute and colorful. And I just love the colors and I just think those are fun. Now, my mom is definitely out of the age of where she would wear something like that, but I do think they're super fun. And actually, you know what? I'm going to get one because I think it'd be fun to make a keychain with some shrink film. So I'm going to get those. Talked myself into it. Now this here is the Spring Flower Sublimation design. Now keeping in mind, again, PNGs. So anything you can do with a printable product, you can use these for. You're getting 40 designs, and I think these are really fun colors, really fun designs, and they're just simple. So if you just are looking for something that's a little bit less bright, maybe a little less jazzy, if you will, these are a really good option because they're a little bit more muted in the colors. They're a little more simplistic in their designs, but then you can do some of these which have a little bit more pizzazz to them. So I think these are really fun. There's just a lot of variety. Again, you can use them in any printable way that you want. Lots of things that you can do with them. I don't need to keep telling you that you can make cards because I think those, again, would be really pretty cards. Now, I will say, this is one of my favorite little designs. I thought these were so cute. These are wood round designs, and I have bought from this company before, and they are really well made. But one thing I want to be sure to tell you, not all of them will work with vinyl because some of the designs hang off the edge. Now, you can adjust it to bring those designs onto your wood round, but they're not going to look exactly like some of these designs because these were all cut with lasers and then layered together where you can kind of put things off the edge. If you're going to do this with your Cricut, you may need to adjust a few things. You may need to be willing to move some things around. But like this one down here, this Welcome to Spring one, that one would be fine with vinyl. This one here, you would just need to kind of adjust where these butterflies are sitting or just do away with them. But you could still make this design with layered vinyl and it would work just fine. Now this one here, probably not really going to fit unless you size the whole design down to fit on the wood round because so much of it does hang off of it. So just something to keep in mind. But this Welcome Spring one would fit beautifully. You just need to move the dragonfly in a little bit. Otherwise should work fine. So it's just something to think about when you're like deciding if you want to make these. If you don't have a laser, if you're working with a Cricut or a silhouette or whatever, like this one would fit perfectly. There's nothing hanging off the edge. You would just layer your vinyl. I think this one's really cute and really just move those. I mean, it's not that hard. Everything should work fine. Just a matter of kind of knowing what's going to fit and what you need to do in order to cut out the designs. Now, some do have some engraving, which you can't do with your Cricut, but there may be ways around it that you can kind of play with it and make it work without having that engraving. Now, like I said, this company I've bought from before, and their files are really nice. So if you're looking at them and thinking, gee, should I get them? I do recommend them. Now, I thought these were funny. I've never seen these before. These are yarn-wrapped laser animals. These are probably really going to be more of a laser file type situation because they're made to be like wrapped with yarn, and cardstock probably not going to hold up to them real well. And I don't think the Cricut's going to cut these designs in a way that's going to really work with any of the products, but they are kind of a neat idea. I don't really know what I would ever do with one, but I think it could be fun for a kid because I think really it's just help a kid with their motor skills. And then they end up with this like little fuzzy animal at the end. But those are not something that you could really cut with a Cricut. It just wouldn't work. But they are pretty fun and they are really cute. You just glue them together and then the kid can wrap the yarn or the person, whatever the case may be. And then they end up with a little fluffy animal at the end. Now this right here is the Mama Love SVG bundle. Now again, this one kind of has those designs where it goes on the front of the shirt and then you put the kids on the sleeve, and they have lots of different versions of it. So you've got ones with little monsters, ghosts, a couple different styles of pumpkins, rainbows, rockets, shamrocks, horseshoes, I couldn't think what those called, little top hats, more pumpkins, stars, sunshine, books, wildflowers, lightning bolts. So there's all sorts of fun designs in here. And then each of these says like, this mama loves her cookies, this mama loves her snowflakes, little Valentine. So there's a bunch of different like styles that you can do with this. And you have a couple different options for maybe whatever mom might be into, or maybe mom calls her kids something, you know, chickens or whatever, or pumpkins or whatever it may be. Now this one is really cute. I have the Christmas version from them, and it's really fun. They do these little animals in a line. All of them are wearing like different little outfits to kind of match the vibe of the holiday. So this one we have Happy Easter ones. We've got some cows, and there's a couple different versions of each. So you've got some chickens, and then we have little kitty cats. And I thought the cats were so cute because I'm a crazy cat lady, if you didn't know. And then there's gnomes, and you have geese. Geese are super like trendy right now. Portuguese are a huge thing. So just FYI. And look at these adorable little bunnies. I thought those were so cute. And little cows. So you get quite a few little designs. There's dinosaurs. And I just think they're fun. You're getting 34 different designs in that one. And like I said, I have the Christmas one. I got a lot of compliments when I wore my Christmas design. So I do like that one. Now this right here is some religious bookmarks. They are 28 PNGs, and they're made to be a 2x6 size. You can resize them, but that's the size of a general bookmark. These look like they're made to look like a little bit more like parchment. They've got some information here. You could add, you know, some information about your book, whatever you may be here. They've got some religious quotes on them. They're just sort of more vintage looking, which is fun. And again, these are just printed out on cardstock. Cut them with your Cricut and you're good to go. This is such a good like design. I just think it's cute. I like a little simplicity sometimes, and they're really fun. They look really nice. They're well done. Looks like you got quite a few different like options in that because you're getting 28 different designs. So it's a pretty good deal for $1. Now this one here is the Funny Skull Mom Life bundle. This one comes with 20 designs. You're getting SVG, DXF, EPS, PNG, and PDF. So you're covered with your file types with this one. This one looks like it's got all sorts of like fun little silly things with your skeletons. Skeletons are super trendy still. Like you've got Rebel Mom runs on Society. I don't know, that one's kind of weird, but okay. But you've got Motherhood Made Me Tough. You've got Coffee is My Co-Pilot. Again, very skeleton-y. Don't Test a Mom. Antisocial Moms Club. So yeah, you're getting 20 designs. Really fun. You cut them in any color HTV that you want or vinyl. Print them out. Do all sorts of stuff. But you've got all the file types, so you don't have to worry about that at all. This one here is the Faux Fur Floral Butterfly Sticker Bundle. I'm a little confused by faux fur with the butterflies. I didn't look at this one yet, so we're both gonna have a reaction, I'm quite sure, because I do love butterflies, but I don't think I like furry butterflies. They remind me a little bit too much of moths, but also why are they furry? If the middle was just the furry part, then I'd get it, but the wings being furry is a little weird to me. They are cute. I just don't think I can get behind the furry ones. They do come with a lot though, like you're getting a bunch of different designs. They're floral on one half and butterfly on the other. And then they have like the fluffy wing. The flowers are really fun. They're cute, very colorful. These could be great. They're just not for me. I don't think I like the fur. What do you guys think of the fur? Do we think that's okay? Do we like that? I don't know. I find that strange, but they are fun. I mean, the colors are cool. I just think the fur is a bit much for me. This here we have the Easter bundle. This is 30 different fonts in 15 typefaces. So you're getting 30 fonts for $1. Again, with fonts, we just kind of click through. But I do think that one's really funny with the little cat ears on it. You've got ones with little rabbits, some more rabbit ears. Yellow Easter's a cute one. Beautiful Easter. This one has little rabbits in it. Lots of ones with little rabbit ears. This is definitely more of like an Easter vibe or a spring vibe, but very cute if you're looking for those. There are some really cute ones in that. That one's pretty cute. Again, very springy, but cute. Now this one here is the 3D baby photo album laser cut bundle. Now this again is probably not something that's going to work with a Cricut, but if you have a laser, these are really cute and these do sell really, really well. My friend makes very similar idea to these and she sells them as for like baby showers, but she also sells them for like newborns because she adds like the information of the baby's birth and then they can add like pictures and stuff to it. They're hand painted. They're really neat. So basically what it does is it cuts out the layers and you get like the cover and then you glue everything together. So this has cut lines, contour and engraving, and then you can cut them with acrylic. It's just a lot of different ways you can make these. But again, these are not necessarily set up for your Cricut. You could probably make them work, but it would be a little bit difficult to layer them correctly with your vinyl and stuff. But they are really fun. Now this one here, hi, how are you? A furry butterfly reminds me of moths. They're kind of furry, and I find moths creepy. Okay, can I tell you another? You guys are learning all kinds of things about me. I am legitimately terrified of moths. Now, deep down, I know that a moth can't hurt me. Moths don't bite. They don't do anything. But I touched one time. It was dead, and I didn't see it, and I touched its little body, and I can never forget the feeling of touching that little squishy, furry thing. And that is what just... Every time I see a moth, I can just feel it again. And so I'm terrified of them. Like their little flappy wings. And somebody sent me a picture of a big moth from like down like southern Ohio. And it was like the size of his hand, a grown man. And I said, no, thank you. I do not want that ever. I renounce that. I don't want it in my life. It's very scary. I don't like it. So there is your weird Corinne fact of the day. Corinne is horrified by moths. Even dead ones. I don't like them. I don't like any of them. So here's a 200 baby laser cut bundle. You know, let's just change the subject. So this is going to be all things kind of baby related for your laser, but you can cut quite a few of these things with Cricut, with vinyl, with cardstock, with all the things. So this one would be fine to cut with any of those materials. Something like this probably isn't going to work because there's a lot of engraved lines, but you can do some of them. Like this also engraving lines, can't do it. But these layered like numbers I think would be fine. These sailboats, probably not going to work. Probably not for those, you know, definitely not going to be able to cut those. So there's a lot in this one that I don't think you'll cut. But like these like macrame holders, you could use those with vinyl or cardstock or whatever, and they would cut just fine. So you can use those. Like these balloons, you could cut those no problem too. So there are things that you can use in here. There's just not everything. Like same with these. You could cut these with cardstock if you wanted to, or vinyl or whatever. These little like layered cake toppers, I don't think would work, but I'm not sure how the file is set up. Same with like bow holders, probably not going to work so great, but there are some files in there that could be used if you're using a Cricut. Yeah, Margie, you're weird. I love you, but moths are horrifying. Like absolutely the most terrifying thing on the planet. I hate them. They freak me out. We got a lot of fonts this time. So this has 23 handwritten brush fonts, which is just kind of a font style. So when we look at these, you're going to see that they have more of an organic look to them. They're not quite as even. They're not quite as polished, but they're not supposed to be. Brush fonts are going to look a little bit more handwritten. Like this Marmalade and Biscuits is really cute. There are some really cute ones like Lazy Designer here. These are so fun. Now, some of these are not going to cut fantastically because of the edges to them, but a lot of them will be just fine. This chicken soup one would be fine. Now, this one here is where you're going to run into like some weird edges. We have a little bit more of a distressed look. We have some kind of rough edges. Those may not cut beautifully or smoothly, but they will still cut. It's just going to be a little wonky on the edges. Now this here is like a cute one. This is like a duo font as well. So yeah, a lot of fun ones that you can do. Margie, you are right. You could definitely 3D print a lot of that stuff. This one here is the Funny Antisocial 100 Design Bundle. And in this bundle, you're going to receive a whole bunch of these fun, silly, kind of skeleton-y, I don't know, gothic-y style designs. Some of them had maybe a little less gothic-y, like this one with the cat. Sorry, can't, social limits reached. Sorry, can't, I'm an indoor cat. That one I need. Sorry, I can't, my dog needs emotional support. You've got the homebody with the cat here. A lot of different like styles of these, a lot of different sayings. I like that you have some square ones, some round ones. Those are really fun. Avoiding people is my cardio. These are very funny. Sorry I'm late. I was busy enjoying not being here. I'm sorry, these are all me. If you know me in personal life, like I don't really love to go out. I don't really love a lot of socialization. It takes me a lot to get my social battery back. I'm just not built for that stuff. Like even after going live with you guys, like love you all so much, I'm like dead tired. Like I just need like a minute to relax. I don't talk a lot during the day. Even though I do film, like I don't talk a ton. So that also takes a lot out of me. So yeah, this one here is a 220 font mega pack. Holy crap. Again, with the fonts. You could stock your entire world with fonts. Like we've got Dino Kids, Jolly Scribbles, Cat Paw, so many fonts in this one. And again, a lot of different like styles, which is nice because you're getting a good variety. Like this Black Spider is a font duo one. Oh, it's Black Spidey. That one's really cute. Cragstone is kind of cool. So yeah, there's a lot of variety in these, which I think is great because you're not just stuck with, oh, I'm getting the same script font over and over again, or I'm getting the same font duo. Everything looks similar. I think these all look really different. And it looks like some of these are going to have some glyphs to them, which will make it easy for you to kind of dress them up a little more and have a little more fun with them. So yeah, you're getting a lot in that. $220 for $1. That's a good deal. Am I getting it? Yes. Yes, I am. Now, this is a St. Patrick's Day vintage postage stamp bundle. Again, these are PNG designs and again, used for any printable product that you want to use them with. I think these are really fun. I like kind of the muted color of them. And I love the idea that you could take these, send them off to get printed at like Staples or something onto like a nice board, and then you could easily make them into artwork if you wanted to. So you don't just have to think of it in a fact of like, oh, what can I craft with that? If you like the image, you can get it printed to create artwork for your home as well. You don't have to like make everything from scratch. Look at those cute little birds. Those are adorable. I love them. Oh my God, the squirrel. We love squirrels. We're a squirrel family. We do love a good squirrel. Those are really, really cute. Oh, those are precious. I really like this little bunny holding the balloon. The colors on those are really fantastic. And you're getting $34 for $1, so that's a pretty good deal. All right, we got 6 more to go. So this is our Happy Easter Day mega bundle. You're getting 70 plus PNG designs. And it looks like you're going to get kind of a good variety of different things that you can use. So you've got like these little bunny rabbits. These ones blowing the little bubbles are really cute. Here's kind of like a more neutrals. You've got some bow designs, again, with the kind of faux crochet, faux knit, faux fur look. That's very in right now. So you're going to see a lot of that. I know that postage stamp theme is super cute. I think those are always really fun. You've got like these ones with the little names in them. And then I think these ones are kind of cute with like the swirls. It looks like somebody swirled their paint through them. Really fun. A lot of ways you can work with these and make all of these fun designs work for you, whether you're putting them on stickers or cards or whatnot. Super fun, super cute. You've got like these 3 bow designs. This one with this fun little rabbit. Those are very cute. I think those are adorable, great colors. Oh yeah, junk journaling with those little postage stamps would be great. That would be really cute. This here is a 27 brushstroke St. Patrick's Sublimation Bundle. Now these I do think would be really, really fun as garden flags. I just think they would stand out really nicely. I love the colors. I kind of love like that weird patchworky jazziness to them. So yeah, I think these could be really, really fun for a lot of things. Also, I think these could be fun for that junk journaling too. I like the kind of PC style of them. But again, these are printable products, so just keep that in mind. This is not for vinyl or HTV layering. But these are really, really nice. I think they're fun. I think they're cute. I'm obsessed with the one that I saw. Where was it? I thought it was really cute. I don't know if they have, it looks like they have all the big ones. Where's the one that I thought was really fun? This one. I really love this one, and I don't know why. I don't know if it's just because I like the saying, which I do, but I think I like the different greens. I like the background of it. I think that one would be really fun as a garden flag. I just think those are cute. I also think that the one right here with the horseshoe is pretty cute too. So those are really fun. I like those. If you're definitely ready for St. Patrick's Day, that's a good deal. This one here is 120 Highland cows. Now, who here has ever met a Highland cow? Highland cow is on my list of animals I want to pet. So with this, you're getting SVG, EPS, DXF, PNG, all the things, which again means that you can use it in any way that you want to. This is also from that Black Cats SVG, so great SVGs. Like I said, I've bought from them before. They're really good quality. These are really cute. I think they're funny. I love like this guy in the middle. He just looks like he's just jazzed for life. But yeah, there's a bunch of different ones. You've got kind of like a Valentine's-y theme. You've got some ones with some St. Patrick's Day things. Lots of ways to use these. Again, could be cute in so many different things and ways. These would be really fun as coloring pages too. Like I could see turning this guy into like a coloring shirt. That could be fun. So yeah, they're really cute. Again, you're getting 120 for $1, so you're really paying very little for a lot, which is always nice. Margie said, I wish I could. If I'd met one, I would have tried to take it home. Yes, same. Carol's, nope, not you either. I know, it's on my list. I'm going to find Highland cows to pet. I have pet other cows, many, many cows. I've pet a lot of Angus cows, dairy cows, ornamental cows, as we call them, just like regular steer, things like that. But I've never petted a Highland cow. I live in the country, so like our fare is very much like animals, so I've pet all those types of animals. But yeah, one of my favorite things to do when we go to the fair is to pet the cows, and my husband knows this, and so that is our first stop every year is the cow barn, so that I may pet my cows. Okay, now this here is the Easter brush stroke sublimation bundle, but again, printables, very cute, loving the colors, loving the vibes. They're really vibey for me. I think this is super fun. What I like is it doesn't look like the same thing that everyone else has kind of shot out. This is a little more abstract-y, a lot more of like a light pastel color, but still with some of those neutrals turned in. I think this is really cute. It's the same lady that did the St. Patrick's Day one that we just looked at. This Christine Fleury, I guess would be her last name. I apologize to Christine if I said it wrong. But look at this bunny. I just thought this one was so stinking cute. Really fun. Like I said, the vibes with this are vibing. I think these are really fun. I love the Some Bunny Loves You. And what I like about this, again, is it's done in a way that looks really different, really intentional. I just think it's cool. I just think it's fun. I love this bunny. Like that bunny is all the vibes. The guy with the bow tie, that man knows what's up. That man does. This Easter little like carrot. I don't know. I love him. I think he's fun. Peace, love, Easter. So fun. I think those are really cool. Here's like a He Is Risen one with a little lamb. Rise and Shine Easter. That's a little strange, but I don't hate it. I love the colors. There's peace signs ones. Carrot for the bunny. Very, very cute. Very fun. Great colors. Love her design. Love her vibes. She is a vibey lady, and I'm here for it. Highland cows are so fun, right? I want all the cows. Now this here is a 210 Easter design bundle, laser cut. Again, we'll kind of go through it. I don't think most of this, I'm going to say most of it, would work with your Cricut, just because of the way the laser files are set up. But again, if you have a laser, that's cool. I have lasers. I don't use them a ton. My focus is still more so Cricut. But I do want to do some more things with lasers. I do have some laser files that I want to do things with. And I also want to show you guys how to make a stamp with a laser, because it's really fun to make stamps. messy, but so fun. But yeah, so we're just kind of clicking through. I mean, I'm not seeing much that's really going to work with a Cricut. These could potentially work, but most of the other stuff, not really going to do it. So probably not it. Oh my God, why is that the cutest thing I've ever seen with the little geese? This is really fun too with the like picture holes. I don't know what you would call those, portrait thingies. I don't know. But that's a fun bundle. That's got some cool stuff. Now again, this is for lasers, but you might be able to use them with print and cut. I wouldn't see why not. They are just a file that you should be able to use. But what's really cool about these is with the lasers, you can laser around hat rims or the bills of hats or on the front of hats. So they've got these really fun designs. They say that they are ready to go. They're in Word and PDF documents. So I'm not sure if you could really do much with that if it doesn't come with like a actual file. Because the problem being the Cricut can't use those files anyways. So something to think about, but I do think they're cool. And like, this is definitely becoming something that is really, really popular right now, is the lasering on hats. We have a couple companies around us that do it. And let me tell you what, those girls make bank at the events. They laser on site, and they also do like embellishments, like these little belt thingies around the hats. And dude, those girls, they are making it. I mean, they are making money. Their booth's always busy. So these are really fun. Again, I'm not into that type of thing. I'm not a hat wearer, so I probably wouldn't do it. But I do think that's really fun. So what did we end up with? We ended up with 6 things after I said I didn't need anything. I don't know. I'm not really sorry about that. Not really sorry about that, because there are some really fun things in here. I got this garden one. I got the fonts. I got 2 things of fonts. I got these spice ones. And then I also picked up the Mother's Day latch hook ones because I do want to try something with those. And if it works, it will be a really fun tutorial. And then I got this other font bundle because I need all the fonts apparently. You might be able to turn them into an SVG, Margie. It's very possible. I probably wouldn't do it with Canva. Their SVG skills are pretty lacking. But you could probably do it with Inkscape if you really wanted to. But I think there's a lot of shading in those. So I'm not sure how great they would come out. But I do think they're really neat. I think they're fun. I would never use them for anything. So yeah, ended up with 6 things, which is not bad for me. Usually I end up around there, so it's not too bad. If you guys have any questions, let me know. I'm going to get off here in just a minute. Today's, because you guys always get the fun preview of what the tutorial is for the last Wednesday of the month. We are going to be talking about the new stickers and labels feature in Cricut Design Space. If you haven't seen it, it's part of the beta version of Cricut right now, but it is basically like Cricut's way of easily making sticker sheets. They have pre-made templates. I'm going to go over those. I'll go over how to make your own stickers with it. It's a pretty interesting feature, but it does have some big drawbacks, which I do talk about in the upcoming tutorial, because I think those drawbacks are really important to know before you go in to this stickers and labels things, thinking that you're going to make these amazing stickers and these fantastic things, and then getting to the end and realizing that there's a problem. So I want to leave that problem as a little bit of a secret so that you guys can check it out in the full tutorial. That'll be launching at 2 p.m. today here on YouTube. So I hope that you guys will check that out. I hope you'll share it with your friends, with your Facebook groups, all the things. And then also, if you didn't know, Cricut is releasing, they're announcing tomorrow a new thing, but we already know what it is. Michaels has fully screwed up and fully released the information because they put displays out. It is an Explore 5 and supposedly a Joy 2. What they're doing differently with these machines, I don't know for sure. The one thing that I did see that was different with the Explore 5 is that it will cut 12 by 12 on smart material versus 11.7, which is what it can do right now. Are those 0.3 inches worth it for a new machine? Probably not. I'll be interested to see what else it can do. I do have vague plans. I say vague plans of purchasing the new machines, because I would like to know what they do different. I have an Explore 3, I think. Or do I have a Maker 3? I don't even know, because I don't use it. I believe I have the Maker 3, and it sucks. I've never gotten it to cut right. I've changed the blade. I've done all the things. It just does not work right. So I'm still using my original maker. But I do think I want to get possibly these 2 new machines, because what I hate is that all the people that get the machines right away, like put their video out the day that Cricut announces, those machines are given to them by Cricut, meaning that they are not allowed to say anything about the machine that they don't like. So if they think the machine doesn't cut well, if they think the machine is slow, if they have anything that is a negative thought about the machine, they cannot share that within their content. Cricut does not allow it. So I want you to be aware of that. So if somebody is doing a video sponsored by Cricut, whether it is about a new machine, whether they are sponsored by them showing off materials like their new DTF prints or their vinyl or whatever it may be, it is within their contract that they are not allowed to say anything negative about the product, the company, anything like that. I have no contract with Cricut and can share my own full opinion, good, bad, all of it. I do try to be open to their new things and check them out, just like I did with the DTF, which I do think is overpriced, but it was a good quality. Do I think that you're overpaying for it? Absolutely. Same with these machines. I want to go into it and be like, okay, what's good? What's bad? What's great? What's different than these other machines? What's going to make you want to spend the $270 to get a Cricut Explore 5 versus saving a bunch of money and getting an older Explorer? So yeah, I'm excited for those. I'm excited to see what they say is different. I will be tuning in to their announcement just so that I can kind of get an idea so I can share it with you guys as to what's different. Because I do think that that's going to be a big topic of conversation. The machines are not cheap, as we know, so I think it'll be interesting to see kind of what goes down there. As for that, that's about what I got going on. I do need to finish editing a video that is also going to come out, and it's going to be more about some of these new template features for Cricut, because they do have a bunch of new features that I did want to go through with you guys. So that'll probably be Saturday's video. So yeah, we got a lot going on. A lot happening. Like I said, stickers and labels tonight. So that'll be a really fun one. I hope that you'll tune in for that. But I'm going to head off here, go take care of the critters. Dog needs to go out, and I need to get a couple more things done for that video. So I will talk to you all soon. Again, never hesitate to reach out to me on any of my socials. I'm always happy to answer any questions you may have. I hope you all have a wonderful day. And as always, happy crafting.